Hello, my name is Alessia. My aim is to make women feel empowered and special, and I want women to really notice how uniquely beautiful they are. We all feel ugly from time to time, but us women, I think, really struggle. When we're out and about, when we're about to go clubbing, when we're just in town with some friends, when we're about to go on a date, we can be hit with that kind of horrible feeling of just not being good enough, not being pretty enough, beautiful enough, whatever that even means. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to snap out of that mentality and realise your worth. I'm going to do all I can to help you feel worthy, not ugly. Really quickly, I just want to mention I do have pretty privilege. I am white, able-bodied, skinny, so yeah, I am very fortunate in those senses. So obviously you have to take what I say with a pinch of salt, and you might be in a similar position to me where you are privileged in comparison to other women. So I do have pretty privilege, but we do live in a world that wants women to feel ugly. I'm going to go into it now. Just bear that in mind whilst I'm talking about this topic. 5 tips. I'm going to try and keep this positive, quick and empowering, and I really hope you enjoy. So all my other tips are really lovely, but my first tip is kind of just brutal honesty. You need to be deadly honest with yourself. You are stuck in this body. You can alter it, but that may not get rid of your insecurities. It might do. Some people find it really empowering being able to, have surgery. I'm not against surgery in any way, shape or form, but we live in a world that is designed to point out everything that you're missing in your life. May that be beauty. May that be that holiday in the Caribbean, the latest iPhone, the one, the good looking partner. If you are set on ticking all the boxes that are set out in the media, in films, in magazines, then you're going to be very miserable. I really don't say this to dishearten you in any way. I'm saying this because I want to kind of give you the power to recognize all the bull expectations. There are endless expectations. The list goes on and on and on, and they're presented to us in a multitude of ways, and we kind of also encourage them by telling other humans, oh, you're so successful because you're earning this amount of money and you're doing this job. Do you know what I mean? We all perpetuate these expectations, and there are so many of them. Why are there so many expectations? So you keep buying things. Capitalism thrives when everyone is insecure. You are uniquely beautiful, and money-hungry companies don't want you to recognise this. My second tip is that you need to tell yourself that you are so much more than this. Then you need to give yourself examples. Sometimes you just need to hear these things. You might already know them about yourself, but you just need to be reminded. Now realise in the moment when you feel super insecure, unattractive, and maybe even invisible, I know how that feels. Those negative feelings can just completely take over. Your head kind of only has space for these negative thoughts. So it's super hard, sometimes impossible, to think of your strengths. So you need to prep for moments like this. What I like to do, what I've done in the past, I actually haven't done it in ages, which I should really get on it and do an updated version because I'm ever growing. But anyway, I like to do a list of all my strengths. Obviously this list will look completely different for every Bob, Joe and Millie. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm going to give you some little examples to help trigger some ideas. My ability to empathise with anyone, my ability to be vulnerable with my emotions, my creativity, my sense of independence. Of course you can add in some strengths that focus on your appearance, but I do encourage you to highlight your inner beauty. I'd focus more on this, because babe, looks fade. I know it's a scary thought because, we're taught that women kind of lose value the older they get because they become wrinkly and stuff, and it is a bit of a scary thought, even though I'm so ready to become wiser and have more life experience on my back. I'm really excited for that and to have more wisdom, but it is scary just because it's the world that we live in. But you can choose to really focus on the beauty within, and that will stay. It will even become probably more beautiful as you learn and grow and meet people that are really on your wavelength. So yeah, make note of your unique assets and make sure you have these notes on you. So maybe you want to type them in on your phone, on your notes, so that you can just whack it up, because most people carry their phone on them like all the time. You could even write them out and then do a little voice recording. Then next time you feel ugly, I hate that word to be honest. Yeah, next time you don't feel worthy in your, in your body, you can just plug your headphones in and listen to yourself read out your best qualities. My third tip is to remind yourself that your body is your ticket around the world. All of your favourite memories, all of those really special moments, just have a think now. Some of your best memories. Ah, good times. All of these most likely would not have happened if you weren't in this body. If there is a specific part of your body that you feel particularly negative about, stop for a moment. If you have a phone on hand, pick it up. I want you to look up the function of the body part that you feel insecure about. Now I know it might seem obvious, like your hand, for picking up things and typing, scrolling. Trust me, you can really surprise yourself. If you read in detail about what goes on in your body, in the part that you feel insecure about, you may be super amazed. For example, let's say legs. I'm just going to read this out. It's from Healthline, an article from Healthline. Possibly the most important tendon in terms of mobility is the Achilles tendon. It stores the elastic energy needed for running, jumping, I said skunking then, jumping and other physical activity. I think this is really amazing. Without my legs, I wouldn't be able to do my skipping every day. I wouldn't be able to go walk into town and pick up my favourite vegan caramel shortbread. Now, if you find reading into the science a little bit too wordy, I completely get it. I'm not a scientist. I struggled a lot in GCSEs with sciences. I'm so glad that time in my life is gone. My suggestion is just to try and look up the human body anatomy. Go and admire all those little intricacies. So for example, type in leg anatomy. Our bodies are so complex. There is so much going on. After really thinking about this and looking at all the little parts and reading the little labels of, what's what, the appearance of your body, of, your arm, if you're insecure about your arms or your belly, the appearance of it seems a little less significant when you think about everything that's going on inside and everything it does just to make it work. My second to last tip is to turn the bad into good. So usually if I started feeling self-conscious about my arms, for example, negative thoughts start to circulate in my head. Look how big my arms look. I need to hide them. I need to change my top. I think it's so important to recognise these thoughts as thoughts, not reality. These are your inner critic's opinion, not your reality. These thoughts will pass like clouds in the sky. And when these nasty thoughts enter your mind momentarily, you can change the narrative. So instead of letting the thoughts stay and repeat over and over, draw up a new conclusion about your arms. Change the narrative. Look at my arms. Look how beautiful my skin looks in the sunshine. Wow, I never noticed that beauty spot. I think this top is beautiful. Like my arms in the sunlight, I'm going to wear it. I get that sometimes it's not as easy as this. Maybe you will end up changing your top, and that's completely okay. Don't punish yourself in any way. Don't say, oh, I'm taking a step back. Wear what makes you feel confident, because that's what makes you look beautiful and feel beautiful, which is the main thing. Don't let that inner critic bully you. Don't allow it centre stage. Just turn down the volume of that inner critic by changing the narrative. Turn the criticisms into compliments. Then decide what to wear. My fifth and final tip, stop yourself from speaking aloud these negative viewpoints as soon as they pop into your head. Don't tell people you have gross hair or tiny lips. I'm not encouraging you to bottle it up, not at all. When you are in a safe environment with people that you trust, I encourage you to open up. Explain without name calling or any nasty remarks about your body. I know this is hard. It's very easy to just be like, ugh, look how disgusting I look. I know it's easy to just do that because a lot of people do it, so no one really bats an eyelid, but I really encourage you not to do this. I hate my huge legs. I often feel self-conscious about my legs. I really think women need to avoid randomly criticising their body, their appearance when they're around other women. I feel like this is something we do a lot, and it's something I still do now that I'm trying to stop myself from doing. I do it a lot less, but it's so easy to fall into that habit because in a way us girls bond over it. We bond over naming our insecurities. Saying it aloud sounds ridiculous, but it's so true.
So weird. My pores are huge. My nail beds suck.
As I said, if it's done in the right way, carefully, without describing your body with nasty language, it is great. It is great to talk about it with your friends, but talking about it is different from just randomly spewing out hate against yourself and your appearance just so other girls feel comfortable. maybe so they don't feel as threatened by you maybe. There are many reasons why we do that. That can be another video if you're interested. Please comment and let me know. But yeah, a lot of the time we aren't careful with how we speak about our body, particularly around other people. We catch ourselves in the reflection of a car when we're walking into town with our mates and go, oh, I look disgusting. There was a point in my life where I probably did little things like this every day. They pretty much became affirmations. You train your mind and your subconscious this way by repeating statements. Don't train your subconscious to view yourself in such an ugly light, because you are uniquely beautiful. Please subscribe, like, share and comment. Send this to anyone who you think needs to hear it. I think a lot of people need to hear this kind of stuff. I think I need to watch it back and listen and hear what I have to say, because it's one of those things that I think I'm good at giving advice, but I'm not very good at taking it myself. A lot of things to think about for me as well. These are things that I need to implement into my life as well a bit more. The things I'm very conscious of, and I hope that they were helpful and that you feel a bit more positive now. And please, you are so beautiful and you have so many unique things that so many other humans don't have. You have a collection of unique things that make you so special, and I hope you realise that. I post on a weekly basis, so feel free to come back and join me next week with some more positive content. My next video is going to be focusing on how to tap into that feminine energy, the divine feminine. If you don't know what the divine feminine is, I'm going to leave a video that explains that I've done. Have a lovely day.